Hello, this is just a short video, a mini tutorial on how to use the hole or cut profile function on Autodesk Fusion 360. So as you can see from my window, here we have the Autodesk Fusion 360 software open, and this is just a follow-on video from the Extrude video on how to use the Extrude function within Fusion 360. So here we have a very basic M12 T-nut that we've produced using the extrude function from a basic profile sketch. So I can just switch back and show you the sketch here, which is on my front plane, which is my very basic sketch. If I open it just to show you edit sketch with some very basic simple dimensions from DN 508. So I'm happy with my sketch. I'm just going to re-upload my model and flick around to isometric viewpoint. On top of a T-nut is always a hole which we can put our stud bar or our bolt through to secure any work into our machining process. So what I need to do is I need to put a hole which I could then either thread or show a thread that when I create a drawing I can then send to one of my machinists. So very simply, what I'm going to do is on this face or surface, I'm going to click to highlight it blue, right click, I'm going to create a brand new sketch. On my sketch I'm just going to pan so I can get a nice good view around. I can use the pan function on the toolbar, or if using a mouse, hold down the middle scroll wheel. Or what I could actually do is use the top view section and go to my top plane view and rotate round to a view that you're happy using. So on the surface, I'm going to create a 12mm hole, because that's the size of the thread, so it's an M12. I'm going to dimension, so this is essentially in the center of my component. Now, my actual component is 22mm wide, 22mm in width, so it'll be 11 to get the center. So that's my sketch, that's where my hole is going to be, and now we need to obviously cut this hole through. Now in Fusion 360 there isn't actually a cut function like there is in other software such as Inventor or SolidWorks. So what we actually do is we use the extrude function, which is again within your create toolbar on the main hotkey, or you can press the E command on your keyboard. What we do is you can select the hole. Now if actually we decided that we wanted a hole feature extended out from our T-nut, we'd obviously put it extend and make sure that we have either the join operation or new body operation, so it symbolizes a new surface, or we can actually pull it through our material and we can make it cut. So what I want to go is through all of the objects. I'm going to change my extent to all, make sure we're in cut mode. So obviously select my profile, which is obviously my profile sketch of a circle, and hit OK. Now as I orientate around, you can now see that I have a through hole which is 12mm. So that's a good way of then producing a hole. However, it isn't a threaded hole, so if I took this to a drawing phase, I'll just have a diameter 12 hole. And obviously with internal threads, actually the hole size wouldn't end up being 12. I'm using an M12 times 1.75 coarse thread from the isometric scale. Essentially that would then be a 10.2 hole rather than, and then we'd tap out using a hand tap or a machine tap to then M12. So that's also one way I could do it. I'm going to show you the other way within this system. Is actually you could use the hole command. Say I'm going to place it with on the top. I'm going to spin my top view around. Make 2 reference points. Select the top. I'm going to make my reference point, which can be 11. My second reference point here, which will also be 11, which should put me in the center. I'm then going to choose through all, same as last time. My hole type, I've got simple, counterbore, countersink. It's just a simple tapped hole. Hole type, simple, clearance hole, tapped hole, or a taper tap, so I need a tap. Thread offset, I've got a full thread, or I can offset the thread, so I need a full thread. And a drill point, because it's through, it doesn't matter, it's going to be essentially an angled and a flat all together. Come down, just going to choose my isometric or my isometric profile, which is what I want. I'm going to change it to 12mm. Select M12 times 1.75. It's going to give me a classification with limits and fits banding to 6H, right hand thread, which is what I want, and then I'm going to OK that feature. Now I have a symbolized thread rather than a straight through hole like what I had beforehand, like so. So you can actually see when I come back, the actual hole is a lot smaller than the original 12mm hole, and that's because of when we machine an M12, we do actually use a 10.2mm hole or a 10.2 drill, and we tap the extents of our pitch out to then M12. So there we have it. So that's how we basically use the cut or function within the extrude and a basic tapped hole using the hole function. Thanks for watching. Make sure you stay tuned to other videos which are going to be linked into this series of how-tos within Autodesk Fusion 360. Thanks for watching.